Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. I am Gloria Atta. Welcome. As the world mourns the death of Pope Francis, the Catholic Church faces a critical moment in choosing its next spiritual leader. 3 African cardinals from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, and Guinea are among the contenders for the papacy. This raises the question, can Africa provide the first black pope of modern times? Clearview News' Imifunukon has the details.
The Argentine pontiff died from a stroke on Monday at 88 years, less than a month after returning home after 5 weeks in hospital battling double pneumonia. Tributes have poured in from around the globe for Francis, a liberal reformer who took over following the resignation of his predecessor, German theologian Benedict, in 2013. His home country, Argentina, prepared for a week of national mourning, while India began 3 days of state mourning on Tuesday, a rare honor for a foreign religious leader in the world's most populous nation. Cardinals of all ages have been invited to the congregations, although only those under the age of 80 are eligible to vote for a new pope in the conclave. The conclave is expected to begin not less than 15 and not more than 20 days after the death of a pope. Meanwhile, 3 African cardinals from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, and Guinea are among the contenders for the papacy, which raises the question if Africa can produce the first black pope of modern times. The Archbishop of Abuja, Ignatius Kakama, speaks about his hopes for the new leader. An energetic reformer, Pope Francis sought to open the church to everyone and was hugely popular. However, his views also sparked fierce internal opposition. In 12 years as Pope, Francis advocated tirelessly for the defense of migrants, the environment, and social justice without questioning the church's positions on abortion or priestly celibacy. Outspoken and firm, Francis also sought to reform the governance of the Holy See and expand the role of women and lay people, as well as cleaning up the Vatican's murky finances. Imifonukon reporting for Clearview News.
Now, Nigeria's political landscape is undergoing a significant shift as the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) gains momentum while opposition parties crumble. Recent defections of governors from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the APC have sparked concerns about the country sliding into a one-party system. Clearview's Florence Joshua, who spoke to political analysts, highlights the implications of a one-party system. The report.
The PDP's internal crisis, leadership tussles, and funding challenges have eroded its effectiveness as a viable opposition party. Meanwhile, the APC's growing dominance has raised questions about its intentions. Despite dismissing claims of orchestrating a one-party system, the APC's actions suggest a strategy to consolidate power. Speaking to political analyst Zion Gang, who said a one-party system could undermine Nigeria's democratic principles by stifling dissenting voices and reducing accountability.
Other countries that have tried the one-party system, it's begun in Africa in the post-colonial era, looking at countries like Burkina Faso and Tanzania, where this system of governance have been practiced. You see, it has its advantages, but the disadvantage is more. Talking about Africa, our leaders have a tendency of wanting to stay in power forever. And, I see one-party system leading to authoritarianism, whereby a leader becomes an elected leader may want to rule the country like a military dictatorship. One-party system, I don't think it will be the best for a country like Nigeria. looking at the mentality of our leaders here who want to remain in power forever and all that. So
He also spoke on the implications of a one-party system and the possibility of Nigeria heading towards a one-party system.
well, in the past couple of weeks, we've witnessed a series of defection, but then I don't think Nigeria is moving to a one-party system. It's just a normal thing that has been happening. This is not the first time we've seen this kind of, should I call it a realignment? We are approaching the electioneering season. You see a lot of defections, people moving from one party to the other. And I think it's just a thing of personal interest. And I don't think it will lead to a one-party system because we are practicing a democratic system of government, and is a system of government that allows for opposition. And I don't see every political party jumping ship to go with the APC. So it's normal. Some people will move to the APC, and you will see that close to the election, some other people from the APC whose interests have not been met will also move to other political parties. So I don't think that is the reality. Politics is a game of interest, and it's so unfortunate that in our own climate, it's a game of personal interest. So if these political leaders feel that their interest have not been they are not being able to achieve their personal interest in a particular political party, they will move to the next political party. So I think there will still be more defections to come after the primary elections. You see a lot of people jumping ship to the other party. So it may seem on the surface as if everybody is moving to the ruling party, but in the actual sense of it, it's not.
Without a strong opposition, the ruling party may become less accountable, leading to poor governance and potential human rights abuses. This could also deter foreign investors who prefer a robust democratic framework with checks and balances. Experts warn that Nigeria is moving towards totalitarianism, with the APC's actions threatening the country's democratic fabric. Meanwhile, some have accused the APC of instigating crises within opposition parties to weaken them ahead of the 2027 elections. As Nigeria navigates this political shift, citizens must remain vigilant in protection of democracy. Florence Joshua reporting for Clearview News Desk.
Following the defection of Delta State Governor Sheriff Obowoweri and his deputy Monday Onyeme from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress, the People's Democratic Party said it is very sad and unfortunate that PDP has been too magnanimous to Delta State and did not deserve the political treatment it received through the defection. The PDP's acting national chairman, Umar Damagum, who made this known on Thursday, said 2027 general elections is a contest between President Bola Tinubu and the living conditions of Nigerians. Clearview News, Imifono Kon has the details.
Recall that on Wednesday, the Delta State Governor, Sheriff Obowoweri, the former presidential candidate of PDP, Ifeanyi Okowa, and all the cabinet members of the Delta State government defected from the PDP to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. Expressing shock over the defection, the PDP's national chairman, Ambassador Umar Damagum, said if any state should think of defection, it certainly should not be Delta State.
It's very sad and unfortunate, because to me, if there's any state that should think that way, not Delta, because the party is very magnanimous. I thank God that in their message they didn't say that the party did anything wrong to them other than good. It's a decision taken by them, but the pains would be in us. Not because of anything, but because we felt we have given all responsible support that we are supposed to give to Delta State, from the emergence of the governor to his predecessor, who also doubled as our vice presidential candidate. I think we have done it all for them in Delta, and we least expected this action from them. All the same, this is a party that has seen more than that, but is still standing.
He also said that 2027 is not an APC versus any governor or senator, but rather a contest against Nigerians. Damakum further urged Nigerians to close ranks and rescue themselves from the hardship.
This election in 2027 is not about how many governors you have or how many leaders you have. It's Tinubu and Nigerians. And they will give him the result, I believe, before 12 o'clock. Because you can coerce, persuade, and intimidate our members to cow in to support him. But the ordinary man is feeling the pinch, and the decision is his. So I want to use this opportunity to tell Nigerians that it is their election. It's APC versus Nigerians. It's not APC versus any governor or senator or anything. APC versus Nigerians. So I want to urge all and sundry to close rank and rescue yourself from this hardship that is inflicted on us by design, not any coincidence. Policies are meant for people, not animals. When you make policy and it's not given the yielded result, it's not out of the ordinary, you change your tactic. But it's different here.
Meanwhile, a former Senate President, Bukola Saraki, while expressing shock over the defection, said it is unbecoming and shocking for the running mate to the standard bearer of a leading party to abandon ship to join the ruling party. Imefono Kon reporting for Clever News.
In a related development, the Edo State chapter of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has maintained that it remains the best political party in Nigeria, despite the wave of defections that have hit it in recent times. Leaders of the party stated this during a stakeholders meeting organized by the Aziegbemi-led caretaker committee at the party secretariat in the government-reserved area on Thursday. We have the details. Gathered here are members of the Anthony Aziegbemi-led caretaker committee of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Edo State. They have converged on the party secretariat in Benin City for an expanded meeting of party leaders and members to deliberate on the recent wave of defection of its members across the country to the ruling All Progressives Congress. Party stalwarts, including Caretaker Committee Chairman Anthony Aziegbemi, National Leader Tom Ikimi, former Governor Lucky Igbinidion, Member House of Representatives Marcus Onobun, are of the opinion that despite the wave of defections that have hit the party, it remains the best option and expressed optimism that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Those people Those are our people that are making themselves available to be plucked, to be picked. Shouldn't we question their integrity? Shouldn't we question their faithfulness to the party? Shouldn't we question the content of their character?
I want you to be strong, that whatever that is going on today in our party, whether at the state level or at the national level, that is just a matter of time. Because if we say we are practicing democracy in Nigeria, there cannot be democracy when there is no viable opposition.
I think we are making progress. I understand from the meeting that the governors had in Ibadan recently that there will be the next night meeting on the 27th of May. I believe gradually we shall have decisions taken that will portray us in the right light.
The PDP candidate in the September 21, 2024 off-cycle governorship election, Asue Igodalo, and his deputy, Osarodion Ogie, urged PDP faithful to remain resolute and committed to the ideals of the party, even in the face of prevailing challenges.
God Almighty is teaching us strong humility. God Almighty is teaching us strength of character. God Almighty is teaching us that it is not the face, it is the character of the man and the woman, what is inside them, not what is on their face. All those people that we selected by what was on their face, we know where they are today.
I want to thank all of you that have stood by the party. This time will soon pass.
While the leaders and members departed the secretariat with a renewed commitment to stand by the PDP, Clearview News Desk observed that the chapter had remained silent on the recent setting up of a parallel state caretaker committee and factional secretariat by the party's vice chairman, South-South, Dan Obi. Similarly, the chairman of the People's Democratic Party in Plateau State, Chris Hassan, has expressed confidence that the party's strength and credibility in the state will not be affected by defections in other states. Hassan stated this during a press conference in Jos on Thursday, urging party members to remain calm and resolute, emphasizing that defections are not new in political party processes. Hassan's address came barely 24 hours after the Delta State Governor, Sheriff Obowoweri, the immediate past Governor, Ifeanyi Okowa, and all members of the People's Democratic Party in Delta State defected to the All Progressives Congress. And away from that, ace Nigerian musician Daddy Shoki has criticized the Niger State Governor, Umaru Bago, for ordering security operatives to arrest any individual with dreadlocks. Recall that Governor Bago had given the instruction in Minna during a security meeting as part of measures taken by his government to curb the resurgence of insecurity in Minna, the state capital. However, reacting to the declaration in an Instagram post on Thursday, Daddy Shoki, who is known for his signature dreadlocks, questioned whether dreadlocks were the cause of insecurity. While revealing plans to cancel his scheduled trip to Niger State following the directive, Shoki challenged the governor to cut off his own beard first before cutting people's hair. The Rivers State Police Command has confirmed the arrest of a man identified as Kelvin Okoro for allegedly hacking a Reverend's sister to death in the Alu community in the Ikwere local government area of Rivers State. It was gathered that the deceased persistently asked Okoro to pay the money owed. A source who pleaded anonymity said Okoro tricked the Reverend's sister under the guise of being ready to pay to a place where he did the killing. The source said the Reverend sister's lifeless body was discovered in a pool of blood by some natives who alerted a local security outfit in the area. When contacted, the spokesperson of the State Police Command, Grace Iringe Koko, confirmed the incident, saying the investigation was ongoing, adding that the matter has been transferred to the State Criminal Intelligence and Investigation Department. And that's the news. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk or via our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Many thanks for joining us. I am Gloria Atta. Bye for now.